Hi, welcome. Diamond Orb here. Doing an energy check and see how this going for the divine unions pending. Those that are in or out of union as the wheel of fortune turns. YouTube, I don't own any of these rights, any of this music that my ancestor has me playing right now. So has me using the Kipper deck to see what's going. Being that I'm part of the collective for purposes only, allegedly, right? And all alleged. For my karmics that rob me of my inheritance that have to now return it in these court cases that is ongoing. We have Wealthy Man and Pathway as I part them to shuffle. So the Divine Masculines, the Archangel Michael, in the middle of this, bringing justice. We go Pathway, adjudication, it just split. So there's some court cases that are going with karmics and our masculine as they make their journey to bring the judicial system to back what is ours, the infinite, rightfully ours, from that piece of shit, low vibing sir of my Marco Lopez and the cockroaches from the Dominican Republic that they brought out here, their low vibing lifestyle of everything they do, everything they put their hands on through manipulation and demonology. You learn that of where your upbringing is. And trust me, these third world countries with their demonic teachings that teach them from birth through conception through the entire lives are taught to manipulate energy and to witchcraft to dominate these men, dominate wealth, eventually come to a screeching halt because the universe and God is real and He's bringing justice. This is what we're seeing collectively in Tarot Land on YouTube and all over the world, because is real and so is God, and He's showing and manifesting in 2024 His judgment. This is why you see this, the journey unexpected income, as I look at the deck. This is inevitable, and the karmics are losing their mind, resisting the divine feminine from coming with the coming within the life of divine masculine, which is also already happened for a lot of us, as the thoughts are in love for the union that is protect, and people that don't believe in God insist on do. I see a lot of cauldron and kitchen magic with lemons and honey, different potions that they're mustering up, running out of mind, because what happens, these demons have taken full possession, and that they have offered up their bodies, and they have everything. My adopted mother, she wouldn't go one day without doing a ritual to control and manipulate my father, my stepfather, my adopted, whatever you call them. And she tried to get to start doing as I got married, because it was convenient for her to manipulate my first husband that was a very ambitious man, and to keep him. He's the one that brought in the cockroach elite from the Dominican Republic that I divorced him. And then he went off in the middle of the marriage. He wanted his cake and eat it too, and I said, well, as long as I can have my cake too. And he said, oh, hell no. So that's when I said, oh, okay, now next. But I died. He's dead. These people, I told her, why would I want a zombie for a husband? I'm not insecure. I needed a masculine that is a true masculine that is in his power, in his authority. And I don't like to belittle men. I don't like a man that is a punk. Usually divine feminines don't like men that they manipulate. That's why they're divine. But these low-vibing karmics seek men that are kind, loving, and they manipulate, and then they drug them, and then they constantly do rituals and incantations and feed blood and menstrual blood and all these disgusting things that they do. And what you're seeing now in the collective is a result of all this spell work, a lifetime of spell work, coming to a screeching halt. And they are losing their minds, says my ancestors. They are losing their minds because nothing is working. The divine masculine has stepped into his power. The divine masculine by nature is warlock in himself when he is awake. The divine masculine is very powerful. So what you're seeing now that is happening, that my ancestors showing me, my spirit guide, is them doing all these rituals with her mother, the mother, ex-mother-in-law of the divine masculine, with the ex-karmic that have been thrown to the wayside because they have been exposed. The mask has come off. Lifestyle, the betrayal, that they were doing this in hiding behind the masculine's back until they awake. When you awaken, the enemy Satan and his demons lose power. When you are aware and you're awakened, they lose power. The spells lose power. And now it's shattering. Here's the card that flew out. As a child, expectation. So what's happening now is that they're losing their mind, using the kids to manipulate and thieve. This is the inheritance stolen from me as a child, my inheritance, property, land, vehicles that this whore and my alleged sister stole from my identity theft. And have been milking the system, and everything's come to a screeching halt. So now the thieves are being caught. This is indicating that there it is, the false person, the thief and false person next to it. These karmics with their cockroach ways of sorcery that has now blown up in their face, and the entire community, says my ancestor, is witnessing their demise. The children are now suffering the demise. But you know what? Live and learn, children. I know they show the videos. Live and learn. Don't make a mistake mother made. That's not how you have a successful relationship. That's not how you have, and I can speak on this because I've been in therapy since '92 and attended courses, classes, and have the experience with two men and making better choices in life. This is not the way to have a successful relationship. Manipulating with sorcery, with witchcraft, with this is all that they teach their children to do, to control men by verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and sorcery, which would be legal. Here's the main man and the false next to the false person. These false people that were in with the karmics, these men that they paid to help them get away with this inheritance stolen from me and us collective, and the courthouse at the bottom of the deck. This is a case come to an end. Our money and everything granted to us collective is coming. Here's confirmation. The mature woman. That's the other karmic. Confirmation, it's a karmic. There's a coffin card. Brought to an end. Brought to an end. Switching cards. Ancestors wants to switch. Going to tarot. Coffin card. Death in the midst of a backfire from all the sorcery. They don't take account, and this is what you have to understand in the spiritual realm, spiritual world. There are laws in the spiritual world. When you rape and violate spiritual laws, like these people do, that for everything and every day of their lives, they can't go one day without doing rituals and casting incantations and spells to get what they want. Now is a result of the universe paying back. It's a backfire, like a motherfucker. And they don't like it. Being brought to balance, the divine masculine bringing everything to balance, to justice, with the Chariot and Six of Pentacles as I part cards of the deck. Because the world and God, we serve a God of justice and balance. This is what they didn't learn in their cockroach countries and ways of their lives. They'll learn them now. They won't change. Which are the Two of Wands, looking into the future. The Ace of Pentacles, the Witch, the Karmic with the High Priestess in reverse, left in the Three of Pentacles, has lost her home, her marriage, has lost her mind. The husband in the King of Swords energy with her, trying to use the children, manipulate children, trying to cast incantations and spells to have him bound to the children, to the house, which that only leads people to catastrophe in the end. Because when there's already built up resentment, anger, dysfunction, and then you add in the midst of that children, I don't have to tell you final results. It's catastrophic. The divine masculine in his King of Swords looking onto his future with the Three of Wands, rebuilding, leaving the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, his other baby mama side piece, as they had an open marriage, leaving her out in the cold as well, bringing the divine feminine with the Page of Pentacles. Also, you see here all of them manipulating with the children. In my case, he has more than one baby mama. Manipulating with the children. Pulling and tugging at the strings. When in the end, and in the midst of it, all you're delaying is catastrophe. A never-ending, inevitable ending, inevitable, that creates only animosity, hate, tragedy, violence, and even alarming, because they're unhinged, they're out of their mind. When it has to do with my karmics, they're losing their minds, because all of them, the ones that I'm dealing with, schizophrenic, bipolar, diagnosed, and they don't get treatment, because usually the people that are the sickest don't get treatment. They're schizophrenic, sociopathic, narcissistic, covert narcissists. Wonderful actresses, but the mask has fallen off. And the mask is in his sword energy, because he's having no more of it. The Queen of Cups and the masculine bringing the love offer to the Queen of Cups. At all costs. These poor children used as pawns when these karmics don't even like being mothers, don't even like confirmation with the ding on my phone. They don't like being mothers, being parents, because they're superficial. The people that go to this extreme for financial gain and that are obsessed with control only love themselves, only love control, only love what they can manipulate, including the children. The children are neglected. The children are used. Children fall into trap because they want to feel a sense of love, that they go ahead and do rituals with mother, even death rituals that are here in this reading to assist the parent to feel part of her life. This is sad and this unfortunate and dysfunctional. This is why tarot community is so, the spiritual realm, the true light workers are so important, because we enlighten people, educate people about the 7 laws, the universal laws, the laws of God, that you do not violate and abuse tarot, sorry, in this matter, because the impact after 15 years, the massive impact of this backfire and of this return to sender is catastrophic. So now they're plotting on what they can do. The divine masculine, divine feminine, with their 9 of cups. Divine masculine leaving the past in the 5 of pentacles. No longer in an illusion with the 7 of cups. Bringing the love home because the karma has hit with the wheel of fortune. Bringing the love where it belonged. Waking up from their zombie spells because karma hit. No more threesome celebrating the life of debauchery that has brought them complete despair. Wanting to build on a firm foundation. Here's the moon card because it's all been exposed in reverse. Next to the strength card. The moon match that they are consistently doing, that they did this past full moon, backfired, as you can see with the strength card, in a massive destruction. This is what they're living. And they bring the divine feminine. And to the children that are listening, I didn't do it. I wouldn't be alive if I had the mentality that your mother have children. Because what you do and you send out to the universe, you get back. See, I studied spiritualism from very young. Certified everywhere in all the religions. I did all my work on in the 90s, all of my 90s. This is not done. This is ignorant, destructive behavior. This is self-destructive behavior. Why would I teach? I have twins. They're 21. I taught them about the spiritual laws. I taught them about witchcraft, sorcery. I taught them all about this. I opened their eyes from very young to the point where they could understand, seeing me doing my rituals, doing this is how it's done. This is what you do. This is how you approach the universe. This is how you approach God. You never cross this line, because this is the line in the sand you do not cross, so then you do not suffer consequences. You only return to sender and do rituals and spells that will benefit both parties and benefit the universe. Because the backfire is a motherfucker. I've seen it in my mother's life, in the life she created for us, the debauchery, the drugs, the abusive household, because of the heart. First of all, the heart you carry. When you carry wickedness in your heart, and only want to control the world and want to control people, that's witness. And that brings forth destruction into your life. Because the universe and God is here to teach you a lesson. And these people don't get it. They don't want it. They want it their way or nothing. I will kill you if you leave me and the kids. I will kill myself. I will do the same bullshit. This is when you gotta hospitalize them. Because no one should be a prisoner in their home. This is unhealthy. This is not just. And the Lord has placed his mighty hand on these households to destroy that household, to now rebuild on a firm foundation. Even for you children. Even for you to have a normal, balanced household. Someone that will listen to you and care about your day. Someone that will care and guide your future. Not someone that's obsessed with her looks and how much she can take and how much she can buy. And all day on her phone. On Facebook, scamming men. They did everything in my life. These cockroaches, my sister is cockroach, to disrupt the peace while I was raising my children. First of all, paying corrupt police officers attack me with energy weapons. In the midst of all that, I did my best and showed I love them very much, and I showed them the fear of God. Gave them a house on the weekends as they grew up for their friends to come over. Video nights, game nights. The parents that knew me let their kids spend the night, have sleepovers. They would be all night playing video games. I'd order pizza, drinks. Could have the house. But supervised with me there. Movies. Pay for their friends to come that couldn't afford a movie. Pay for their friends' movie, popcorn, candy, soda. A mother that cares. In the midst of the attacks that your mothers did on me innocently to steal my money, my inheritance, my properties, my abundance, to kill me off, that by the grace of God I'm here, because God has different plans for me and for you children. He no longer wants you in this poison, in this dysfunction. He wants you to be capable human beings that would give to the planet, that will give to the universe beneficial things, ideas that will make it grow and evolve. Help climate change, help build and make functional homes for the next generation. Not this. All I see here that you're living is manipulation. Go cry to your father. Go tell him this. Go tell him that. Go tell him that you're suicidal. This is how far these people go to control and manipulate these poor men. Not realizing what they're doing is child abuse to the children. In the Nine of Swords, no longer these divine masculines in the Nine of Swords. Here it is, what flew out, the Ace of Pentacles. What awaits them, the Ace of Pentacles with the Hierophant. God said, this is God. Giving the divine union, the Ace of Pentacles. Giving the divine feminine what's rightfully hers, that was stolen, to create for Mother Earth, to create a stable home, a functioning home, effective home. Not chaos, not low vibrational shit that all that brings is addiction and shit. Ancestors saying the mother implanting fear in you with the divine feminine. Make no mistake, I know my place. I'm not your mother, will I ever be your mother, but I will be your friend. Because you're an extension of the person that I adore and love. And I've loved for a lifetime. And then some. That's manipulation from your mother. You judge for yourself, children. The truth always comes out. You yourselves, children, go seek a tarot reader, a real light worker that nobody knows, and ask them about the divine feminine as a stepmom. Sorry, go to more than one. And people that don't know your mama, go to strangers. And follow your gut feeling. Because you're all born with discernment. This is a battle, a war between hell and heaven. What you're living is called hell. When you don't know any better, you don't miss it. These women are self-involved, self-loving, and they don't want to get help. They don't want to change. I tried years to try and get my sister to medicate. She tried natural medicine, but she wouldn't take it. I spent hundreds of dollars buying her natural medicine, St. John's wort, DHEA, all balancing medic for her, but she needed stronger stuff. She lost a relationship that she loved, Stephen Cornelius, who she was head over heels suicidal for. She lost him. Every man she had would leave her. No man's left me. I left them. They cheated, they went their kidney too. I left them. Make that very clear. But she didn't want help, my sister, for example. She wouldn't take the medication. After all the nutritional, I went to take her to a nutritionist out of my own money when I was married to my first husband. She let the bottle sit there for months. When I'd come back and visit, she wouldn't take it. She said she didn't like the feeling of sedation because she likes feeling chaotic, because they like that chaos, that's demonic. That's not a normal response to that feeling. That's abnormal in the world of psychology. That's abnormal behavior, and to like that is abnormal. But she'd rather get high and smoke weed. That sedation was okay. How does that make sense? Snorting cocaine, how does that make sense? Damaging your brain, damaging your nasal cavity, permanently changing the structure of your brain, where then you become more dysfunctional, more unpredictable, more narcissistic, and now you're an addict to something that cost a hell of a lot of money. And to maintain that addiction, they resort to what? Stealing. Even killing. My own sister, paying hitmen to kill with a cockroach. From others, I have every right to call them as I please, because of what they went to, the extremes they went to, and are going to still want me dead to this day. But your father said no. This is not just. This is not what the universe wants. This karma that's hitting us is because of all the backfire from your sorcery. This is not how it's supposed to be. walking away from the Five of Swords, these men, heading toward his Ten of Cups. This is why light workers, no longer taking the Four of Cups from the karmics, rejecting, no longer being held back because of children, Six of Cups in reverse. These men are manifesting, walking away from the heartbreak with the Eight of Wands, quick communication to Ten of Pentacles, to restoring their abundance. They're in a battle of the Five of Wands, tired of the fighting, tired of the verbal and physical abuse. These women are abusive. It's a character trait, and in psychology they teach you this. This is a character trait to this dysfunction. It's an inevitable trait, and this is taught and learned as well. This is not healthy for you children. This is not how a relationship is supposed to be. One day you'll have your own children, and you know, and hopefully you'll love them enough to do what's right for them. Hopefully you will love them enough and not be selfish and do what's right for them. These men, these need rest and peace. The demonic, the Ten of Swords, out the Ten of Swords here, divine villains are in battle, being by a group of people here, at least 5, over Nine of Pentacles, over the truth, the divine feminine. We don't want her. One motherfucker makes you think I want your people. Those whatever this is. I'm not good enough, but my money is. That's why God has motherfucking low vibing people. Meanwhile, they need my energy to survive. Meanwhile, they need high vibrating Empress energy vibe to create abundance. And what makes you the Lord will bring justice? But you're all afraid of. That's the truth. You're all afraid of my energy and my spirit team that are deadly on your asses. And the divine masculine is horse here as the emperor, followed by the empress card for his wish fulfillment. Inevitable. Already here. It's already happened. Leaving the Ten of Wands behind, the Empress in her Queen of Swords, doing the demonic, because the Empress's energy as the is enough to destroy all this negative witch, babalua, all this shit, santeria, voodoo, me alone, little me, against a whole community of witches. Took you down. Me alone. Now with the Emperor and her leap of faith as the Queen of Wands and her energy bringing balance as the divine masculine rushes in as a Knight of Swords. The Emperor as the Emperor with the Nine of Wands as a wounded warrior, both of us, because the amount of warfare and tongue lashing that they're giving the divine masculine, the blessings spoken from my mouth to you, my love. Make no mistake, it cuts through all the shit that they say, all the low-vibing shit they can say to you. Love and my words of encouragement are more than enough to cut through all of it. I don't even have to do spell work. All I have to do is speak it, because that's the capacity of enlightenment and power that the Lord has bestowed upon me and the collective divine feminines. That our words are magical and powerful. And the universe listens because we are grateful, we are loving, and the universe supports us, sustains us. The Seven of Wands in reverse. No longer defensive as the King of Pentacles. And the Emperor and King of Pentacles. Listen to the love offer, the Two of Cups. Try to reach the union. Whoever this King of Pentacles is to the Emperor is now seeing that tried to hold him back. It's alleged friends that give bad advice to calmer waters. Seeing that the financial abundance has been affected and that it is brought in by the feminine and the justice here. We can't give her money back. What do you mean to give her money back? We don't want to give her money back. Oh, really? Well, universe, this is all part of the universe. Tarot, the light workers, says otherwise. And judgment is here in reverse. No longer in your favor. Justice is not in your favor. We have the justice and judgment in reverse with the Sun card. All the betrayal, all the court documents, all the altered court documents, everything being discovered and shined on. The Sun is exposing everything. All the corruption by the clerks of court, all the corruption by corrupt attorneys, paid off attorneys, lawyers, agencies, doctors. All lies to get me committed to a mental ward I overcame and that I got released from successfully as a balanced human being. That it worked for my favor and my God's glory. You think you're not going to pay for this, karmics? What you put me through? And you thought you'd go the lifetime without me speaking up on video again? You don't like me coming on YouTube and making these videos worldwide? You don't want the world to find out about your coven from you cockroaches that included my sister in it to steal people's inheritances and kill them off and lock them in a mental ward and then kill them? Unalive them? You two? You think you won't pay for it with these cards from the universe that has just exposed this? That the courts have seen? That you're all caught up in legal system, in legal problems? There will be no more delay for the divine feminine's abundance, the collective. I call in from the 6 points of the world, north, south, east, and west, as above, so below. I call in my inheritance, collective inheritance, Our stolen money, properties, jewelry, vehicles, everything that is ours was stolen. I call it in. Universe. In Yahushua HaMashiach's mighty name, the Christ. This, what you will witness, is called Christ effect. In full force, in action. With the collective universal union of light workers in Tarot land that are all together in the 5D, supporting one another and raising each other's vibration for victory. Because this darkness must end and will end. Because us light workers will continue to expose and will be coming every day on video, except Sundays or whenever we have other things the Lord calls us to do. We will be here exposing it all. A child, Page of Cups, blinded by a decision, tug of war. Do I walk away from this dysfunctional house? A teenage child looking to walk away with the death card, suicide thoughts, endings of a marriage. The child, you're still children, even though you're teenagers. Your brain hasn't fully matured. The death card here, next to the lovers, is in reverse. I wonder who brought the teenagers in the middle of this tug of war. And let me tell you, children, what awaits you, the next card that flipped over after the death card, is the Six of Wands. It is victory. You ask God to give enlightenment. You ask a psychiatrist to give you enlightenment, a psychologist. Unbiased opinion. To which parent will you benefit the most? How would you, my children had to witness seeing their mother being committed by these corrupt women and coven. How would you feel to see such injustice towards your parent? But it's okay for my kids, right? To see destruction in their house. But it can't touch yours. That's called life. And that's called consequences to bad decisions. And no repentance and no remorse from these people. This is why this has happened. What awaits you is a Six of Wands with the Ace of Wands. A new beginning in abundance. No longer blinded. This child is no longer blinded. The kid is tired of in my situation, the kids in my house, this was all man created, the chaos they brought into my house. Your mother's doing this to my house, to my children. Behind our backs with energy weapons, poisoning, witchcraft, gossip, malicious lies to my kids to manipulate them against me. You know how easy it would be for me that has favor by the universe, who have magical hands and a world of encyclopedia of rituals that I can to destroy this even worse. to manipulate you children, to manipulate the divine masculine? You know why I don't do it? Because I know there's a God. I know, and I am living proof that the universe and God is real. And you will see here on my video, justice prevail. In my case, with my court case of my inheritance and all the betrayal. By my own sister and by your karmic parents from the Dominican Republic and this coven. By the divine masculine doing what's right and bringing justice with good, high-vibing officials that work for the Archangel Michael, that are bringing justice. I waited on God. That takes a lot of self-control. That takes a lot of balance, strength, and willpower to not want to get up and place all my rage on a spell that will backfire on my children. No, I love my children very much, even though they have them estranged from me for 5 years, going on 5 years now. You know how easy it would be for me to bring chaos to all this? And the universe would let me do it because it's only fair and balanced? But that energy has to go somewhere. After I bring the destruction, it then has to go somewhere, because now you're bringing the destruction. Where then is it going to go in a few years? In a year, it could take 5 years, it could take 10 years, 20 years. But it will come. And it will fall on what you love the most. I promise you that. And you will live to be parents. And if you are a balanced human being with a good heart, born with a good heart, you will be very careful not to wish that wickedness. And let the universe and God handle it. All you have to do is return to sender. They do it to themselves. These divine masculine and this teenage child no longer bound to this Eight of Swords. Something happened. Something broke. The universe has opened this teenage child's mind and his eyes, her eyes. The hangman in reverse, they're no longer stuck. Something's found out. Something new was found out. I wish you enlightenment. And please do go find total strangers as workers, tarot readers, to tell you about the divine feminine. The Chariot. And the World card. This child leading. The dysfunction of this situation. There's a lot of manipulation that goes on in karmic homes by low vibing, dysfunctional women, dysfunctional men, addictive men, addictive women, drunks, drug addicts, to make things worse. And some of these kids stay because they say, no, it feels good living in this situation. I can do what I want. Mom let me have a drink even though I'm underage. Oops. it came out with something I saw on the cards. Be careful getting caught doing drugs underage and drinking with your mama and your grandmama that allow you to drink. That will cause permanent damage to your organs and to your brain because you're not fully developed. You're already doing brain damage to it, to your brain. You're already damaging organs and they're not even fully developed to sustain such toxicity, aside from dealing with the emotional toxicity. It's not good, but you have a choice. This is what the Lord gives us, free will. The divine feminine uses free will to benefit collectively for her household, for her future, and for her grandkids, and for her children. So, with that being said, till next time, till tomorrow, I wish all the divine masculines and feminines high vibrational love, agape love, with my energy, and I curse all these karmics in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. You're cursed and bound to hell on earth and hell in the ethers.